I still don't fucking see you, dude.
Ah, in the middle of the road. Well, not really, but. So, I don't know if any of you, other than Luke, oh my god, we have 5 fucking up. Jesus Christ. Okay. With snipers in Battlefield, not all of our targets are going to obviously be sitting still. You know, it's kind of a given, an ops, like a lot of people know to kind of keep moving. So the first kind of little test is just to kind of see where you guys stand in terms of shooting moving targets. And like I said, well, Bacon, you can hear this part. Most of the targets you're going to be encountering are going to be moving, so that's pretty integral to be able to hit some moving targets. This isn't going to be any kind of final test or anything. I kind of just want to see where you guys stand in terms of this ability. So with the M40 scope, well, all sniper scopes, the amount that you have to lead for the target doesn't change at any distance, just because of how the game scales. So, for instance, a full sprinting target is going to be, if you're looking through the 14 times variable, just before that third dot, at any range that we're at. The only difference is that, you know, the further the range, the smaller the target, so you get to be a little bit more precise. But for this range, being able to hit as they're crossing just before the third dot is all that you really need to do. For walking targets, it's about half that. So it's just between the first and the second dot. Obviously, just depending on what way they're running, it's going to be left or right. And that's it, really. Those are the two ones. On the 8 times scope, if you want to try that, it's been a little while, but I think it's just after the first dot if they're walking, and I want to say between the second and third dots if they're running. Or just before the second dot if they're running, I believe. I'd recommend doing the 14 times, gives you a little bit more of, it's just a little bit easier to hit, you don't have to be as precise. So we're just going to kind of go down the line. Each person is going to try and hit the targets. There are going to be 3. 1 will be full sprinting across the road. 1 will be walking full stick to about halfway to the road, turning around and then walking back. The last one will be walking fully across the road. Targets are just about 300 meters away, so if you guys want to go ahead and zero your scopes to 300 meters, so you guys don't have to worry about, you know, aiming above the targets, that's probably very beneficial. If you guys don't want to, by all means, don't have to. And CM begin. Nice hit.
Oh, fucking...
Yeah, you gotta come out of the scope. Ooh, very good. Very good. 15
Nice.
seconds. Very good. Push my record.
It's on the fucking beat. Holy shit.
Fucking bolt.
Yeah.
Well
18
done.
seconds. Very good. Record is 12, by the way. So that was, I mean, that's like I think the second or third best one. So very good. A lot of people, yeah, a lot of people push a minute. So some time to spend. And Wub, if you want to begin. Just behind him, I think. Yep. Skimmed him. Ooh, you almost got a collateral there, man.
I was looking for that. Come
Last
on.
target. Yeah.
Oh.
Just skimming
Missed
him.
it by that much.
There you go. Very nice. 49 seconds. I still remember, like, I can't remember who it was, but there was one person who almost got all 3 in one shot, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh, that'd be sick.
No, nobody's gotten a collateral yet.
5 second
A lot of
run.
people- yeah, a lot of people have gone. And the next thing that goes on, because Battlefield likes to screw over snipers, they make it seem like you have a giant freaking searchlight on top of you when you're scoped in. So something that we kind of tried to focus on to reduce, like the amount of time you're in your scope, because when you're in your scope, that light pretty much, or the scope immediately activates. So what we try and do is minimize the amount of time that we're in the scope. So at least, in a certain range. If you're far enough, it doesn't really matter, because the assault rifles probably aren't going to hit it. But we'll say from ranges from about 300 to 600 or 700, it kind of makes the world of difference not being spotted. What he's going to do is he's going to call out a target, the approximate distance, the approximate location. Your goal is to adjust, get in scope, fire, and get out of the scope as quickly as you can. We're going to try and keep it so that you're under about 4 seconds, since that kind of minimizes the impact. The issue being, and this is Battlefield just trying to screw over snipers again, and this came through testing, we found that if you exit the scope too quick after your shot essentially doesn't render. It'll still kind of register on the enemy's screen, like they'll get suppressed or anything, but even if you hit them, it won't actually register as a hit. So you have to wait for the bullet to be about halfway to the target before you can come out of the scope. Luke, what was your little method for doing that, if you don't mind telling them?
I'm sorry, I do not recall.
You went Q and out.
Oh, right.
Q out is kind of the thing you want to do. So you guys are just about 500 meters away, so your bullet travels. It'll be there about 8/100th of a second. Or 8/10 of a second, not 8/100th.
Quick, Blue 4, go ahead and take a look at your big map. If you don't know how to do that, hold options, tap R1 while you're holding it. Top of the map is north, right of the map is east, and so on and so forth. So, based off of cardinal directions. Okay. Target far east of compound center, distance is 531.
Can you make that call one more time?
Yep. Target is far east of compound, distance is 531. He's in a small depression. Between helicopter wreck and northeastern tower.
Look at the mortar pits.
Copy that.
Luke, can you report how the shots land? Okay.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
first two looked high. Target northwest of compound by the small Quonset hut. Distance is 475 in the gap between walls. High. Beautiful.
It hits.
Target is mid compound by blue Connex box. Distance is 469. Right side of the road.
Right side of the main road.
Mm-hmm. Well, that little gap that kind of travels right through the center of the compound from our direction.
Okay. Copy.
Shot high. Beautiful.
Good shots. Okay.
Target is 493 meters south of compound, in the break between the wall, just before the helicopter crash.
Just before the helicopter crash. Okay.
Between the HESCO barriers would be a more accurate description. You see the depression closer to us than the helicopter crash?
I see him. I got him.
10-4.
Hit.
That shot looked insanely high, but it hit. I'm confused.
Yeah, some of them was happening.
Target north of compound in watchtower, direct center. Distance is 543.
Direct center north.
There's 3 watchtowers on the northern side. He's in the middle one.
I see him.
He had a go. So. Good hit.
Beautiful. Target is 420 meters, southwest watchtower on compound.
Southwest combat. I have eyes on him.
Okay, fine. Engage. Beautiful.
Oh, man.
Target is northwest watchtower, 475 meters.
I have eyes on him.
From engage.
Hi. Sorry. There you go. Good. Alright. Very good.
Thank you.
Alright, if we want to rotate out whoever's next.
Thank you, Wub. We've got Jared up next.
Last part. So, a lot of times you'll probably be running with a spotter who will be able to, call out the range for you. But if you ever need to be able to estimate the range, obviously you could use the flags if they're at an objective. However, if they're not, there is a little bit of a trick you can do with your scope.
I can't remember if we were using 14 times or 20 times when we did that.
I think we... Well, I had the equation for 14 times in that, but I think when we did the training, we used the 20, because the 14 is just really finicky. It's tough to tell at the middle. I'm going to grab one too, because I know that this has little mill dots and also big mill dots. So now 20 times scopes we don't use super frequently, but they are used occasionally.
Second target, I'm getting about, we could say 1.1, 1.2 mil dots. Do 367 times 1.1 and I get 403.
What's the formula again?
444 divided by number of mil dots.
So I would just do 444 divided by.
One which is just 444. Well, you need to know their height, and you can't really do it crawling. But
So
well, I
we
guess
know how to break this now. Oh.
You're gonna regret that.
yeah,
dude.
it's
I'm
not
gonna bonk the shit out of
okay.
you.
Don't
This
move.
is just supposed to give rough estimates, but I assume we're all like around the 450.
I got 444.
Yeah. It's just like right around
Actual
what it was.
distance on him is 448, so yeah.
Yeah.
Type.
Nice.
Guess you're
So
right,
the numbers
yeah.
I have, if you guys are really curious, if you really want to try it with an ACOG, it's going to be tough as shit. If your reticle size is at 60%, the number I had was 310.32 divided by whatever. So that's an ugly fucking number. If your reticle,
Differences on ACOG though.
well, no, that's why I said at 60%.
Hmm?
If your reticle is at 60%. If your reticle is at 100, it is. Yes, this is actually the final test. Okay, that's really all I had for the trainings. I'm not gonna, and I'm gonna just make sure because I have some stuff written down for like what we had for qualifying times for everything, especially like the first challenge and then the middle one. So I'm just gonna review that and then I'll reach out to you guys if I think you guys can be. Oh my god, I launched over you. If you guys are qualified, if not, I'll just try and set up a time to maybe go over some stuff and make sure that we can get you guys through eventually. Thank you guys so much. I know that this training always takes a long time, so thank you guys a lot for bearing with that for an hour and a half.
No problem.
Sacrificing an hour and a half of your day. Yeah, good job, everybody.
Thank you.